After 3 phases of failure from the MCU, Kevin Feige is finally giving up. Woke has walloped his legacy, and now he's had enough. Disney has changed directions totally on their lead character for the Avengers, Doomsday, and everything else. Probably going to be a trilogy movies. From Pedro Pascal to the Captain of America.
Plain and simple.
Okay, I like that.
It's hard to argue with that.
Kamala Harris down with democracy.
Hello, folks, and welcome back. It is the Pro Channel, where we continue to give you what you need to know ahead of time before the drive-bys even get a whiff of it, a sniff of it. And today, that's exactly what we're doing once again. You will recall, ladies and gentlemen, as we click that like button and drop a comment down below, you will recall that we brought to you long ago that Disney was trying to get Chris Evans and Chris Pratt, the Chris's. They wanted him back. They wanted Chris Pratt for Star-Lord. Doesn't look like they've been successful at getting lots of screen time for him. But Chris Evans, they got him. And now, out of featurefirst.net, we're finding out that it looks like Avengers Doomsday, at least, is going to be all about Captain America. Now, why is this a big deal? Now, I know that many of you out there disagree with Chris Evans politically. Set that to the side for a moment. The reason this matters so massively is because we were told just earlier this year that you all were wrong for disliking the new Captain America. We were told by Anthony Mackie, Matt McGloin has this out of Cosmic Book News. Anthony Mackie said Captain America shouldn't represent America anymore. And you all disagreed. The market strongly disagreed. And now the greed of Disney has them saying, maybe we'll go back to that guy instead. Maybe we'll go back to Steve Rogers instead. And now it's going to be Steve Rogers versus RDJ again. Again. Because they're going back to that which works. They couldn't get Chris Pratt, but they're going back to whatever it is that will save them. They have failed so miserably with the MCU in the last 3 phases. Outside of Deadpool and Wolverine and a Spider-Man movie run by Sony, and by the way, it was Sean Levy separate from the Marvel machine that made Deadpool and Wolverine. This is all they have. This is a complete and total repudiation. If Steve Rogers is the lead character, the lead hero going up against RDJ's Dr. Doom, that spells total and absolute doom for the woke MCU. It's over. The first teaser for Avengers Doomsday is almost released to theater audiences worldwide, attached to Avatar Fire and Ash. Now a description for the teaser, which heavily revolves around Steve Rogers, has been revealed. This description was provided to Nerdtastic. Read our Avengers Doomsday Steve Rogers description. The trailer opens with the Avengers theme playing quietly in the background of a black screen. The image slowly brightens, fading into a man riding a motorcycle going down a street. The man riding the bike stops. It's still not revealing his face. The camera pans and shows a house directly showing the door. The next shot shows the man holding the suit of Captain America in his hands. The camera then shows the man from behind and slowly pans around him, showing that he is holding a baby. The camera continues panning, and it is revealed that the man is Steve Rogers, as portrayed by Chris Evans. Now, we've got images, folks. We've got images of this trailer, and guess what? We're not going to show them here because we're not falling for that trap. We're not putting that up here on YouTube. We're not going to put pictures of it that have leaked out up here on this YouTube channel and watch the mouse rain down, its fury upon us. No, Mr. Rodent, no rodent rage around here. So we'll just make him mad this way by saying, I got a feeling that the whole MCU, we got to change the world. We got to change Marvel into something else. Didn't work out so well. Just
guys, hi Avengers.
Hi Avengers. Hey Scarlett, we want to bring you up just for a minute, okay? Folks, in case you have forgotten, in case you relapsed and you don't, maybe you memory hold where we have been with Marvel. I just want to show how frustrated it must make these people to know that they could not get audiences to go and support the Captain America Brave New World attempt, which, by the way, has nothing to do whatsoever with race. It has everything to do with swapping a character intently and intensely just for race, right? It has to do with quotas. That's why audiences don't like it. They would love a Blade movie. Hey, give them a Blade movie. They would love Wesley in a Blade movie. It's not about that. It's about swapping characters for the intent purpose, the specified purpose of meeting your diversity quotas. Here's where the Avengers were just a few years ago, just so you all remember. Actually, last year. Just so you remember and you know how much this must drive Kevin Feige and Bob Iger crazy that they have to go back to Captain America. That they have to go back to the Stars and Stripes. Disney World getting ready to celebrate America next year. They soaring around America. They must, man, I'm not saying they're unpatriotic. I'm just telling you, this is not what they thought they would be doing. And it's all they have left. This is their Hail Mary. Will it work? I don't know. You tell me in the comments below. But here's the Avengers as they were.
Hey, Scarlett.
Jumping on the call.
Whoa. I think you mean assembling. I said assembling. Don, that's pretty good. No, they thought it was funny.
Scarlett, it is our pleasure to come together and to get the vote out this election. Come on.
Yeah, how can we be of service?
Well, how about we start with what our voting plans are going to be, who we're going to bring to the polls with us, that sort of thing. Just
I think Kamala Harris needs a catchphrase.
Ooh, yes, definitely a catchphrase.
How about this? I'm just off the top of my head. I can do this all day. Shut up. I hate it. Okay.
I mean, it's original, but
What about something punchier like, boom. You looking for this? Iron Man 2, everybody loved it.
okay, again, I think we're just trying to get out the vote.
Kamala forever.
That's better.
Okay, how about I'm down with democracy? It's just clean, it's simple.
Okay, I like that.
It's hard to argue with that.
Kamala Harris down with democracy.
Just pause with it. These goobers. Folks, they can vote for whoever they want to, and you can too. I'm not being political here. I'm just trying to tell you, they turned their franchise, they turned the superhero genre, they turned their beloved characters into partisan tools. Really and truly. They turned the stories. I mean, it's not just this. Marvel turned its stories into partisan metaphors for the modern day world from the viewpoints of the elitist bubbles on the coasts. And now, after losing a host of audiences, they're down like 1/3 of audiences are still returning to watch Marvel movies now. And all they can do is go back to white dude Chris Evans, Captain America versus white dude RDJ. That's not the way I see the world, but that's the way they see it, and they can't stand it. Disney can't stand it. Total, complete collapse, a full-blown running back to the only thing that they know still works from Marvel, from Kevin Feige, from Disney, from the MCU. I'd love to explain it with them. I'd love if they'd sit down and I'd say, hey, audiences are not, they're not awful people. Americans are not awful people. They'll support all kinds of characters of all kinds of backgrounds. They just don't like it when you swap their favorite characters for something they're not accustomed to because you wanted to check a box on your DEI thing and you weren't creative enough to dive deep into the roster of Marvel characters and find the originals that always were. With rare exception like Miles Morales, it simply doesn't work. Marvel learned that the hard way. Kevin Feige, going back to, dare I say, the Ike Perlmutter era. Folks, that is the video for this day. We got a heck of a story coming your way next. Pedro Pascal looking like he is out for the most part. And it all has to do with how terribly he performed not only at the box office, but somewhere else. We'll have that for you too. Folks, until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
This is Wilton the Troll reporting for That's Park Place, and I'm surrounded by loving and adoring people who are peacefully trying to make sure that poor kids aren't cold in the winter. And just behind me, you can see a totally natural bonfire for baking cookies or making marshmallows.
Yeah, so, Wilson, we're really appreciate the effort and stuff, but we're looking for real and, accurate news reporting on that Park Place.
So not like most news outlets, huh?
No.